What is up? Leslie Samuel here from becomeablogger.com, where we're changing the world one blog at a time. This is another What I'm Doing Wednesdays, and today I'm going to show you behind the scenes of how I do my scripts for my videos. Now, for the longest while, whenever I do a video, I would just get in front of the camera. Maybe I would have an outline, maybe not, and I would just start rattling off whatever I feel like I needed to say in that video. Now, this worked fine, but what I noticed is that it wasn't as refined as it could be. So I would end up sometimes missing really important points because I'm just going off the cuff, and I didn't like that. So I ultimately decided to go a different route. I decided to start writing out my scripts and using a teleprompter. Now, I never thought that I would do something like that because oftentimes when you see someone using a teleprompter, it looks like they're using a teleprompter. They're reading, you know, and I don't want that. But I've kind of learned to do it. I've experimented with it a lot, and I think it's working well. So I want to give you a behind the scenes of how I put it all together. Okay, so I actually just finished recording this video. This is a script that I wrote for, oops, let's force quit that. This is a script that I wrote for the review that I just did, where I was comparing the ATR 2100 mic with the Heil PR40. And you can see here, there's an entire script. I mean, all to the point of, let me see if I can find one of those interesting parts for you. Okay, so here it says do the test. So there's an actual test that I'm doing that is a little separate from the script. But I'm trying to find where let's see if I can find some laughter in here. Even where I'm laughing, I actually script that out. Okay, so I don't have that in this particular script. But anyhow, I write out the entire thing. And what I like about this is I'm able to think much more about what I want to say, what elements I need to include, what elements I don't need to include, and just refine it before I start recording it. Now, from there, I save it into Dropbox. And the reason I'm doing that is so that I can easily transfer it to my phone. Now, in my phone, let's see if I can show you this here. I'm using this app that is called Teleprompt +3. Yeah, just search for Teleprompt, and let me just make sure that that's the right one. Yep, this app right here, Teleprompt +3. I'm going to open it up, and you can see that same script is in here. Now, why I like this is I can click on Start Prompting here, and then it will give me the countdown. You can see my battery is low, and then you can see this is the script. Now, I want to show you something about this that makes it very unique, because I don't use this as a teleprompter. Instead, I have my iPad here in this device. This device is called the Pad Prompter, that allows you to put your iPad in there and use that as a teleprompter. And you can see when I'm sitting here, I am looking directly into the iPad screen's reflection. And I just put this in to show this, but I put it in the wrong way. So I'm gonna turn it around for you, because now you can see that, I don't know if you can see it, but right now it says, please stand by. So when I come here and I say start prompting, it goes 3, 2, 1, it's actually mirroring that. It is connecting via Bluetooth, and then you can see the text there right in front of me, and I can read it as I am recording the video, and it works pretty well. Now I'm sitting in the position that I would normally be sitting. The lights are usually there, but I just moved them because I was working on something else, and you can see that needs to go to the trash. But this is where I'd normally be sitting. Now, whenever I tell someone that I use a teleprompter, they're a little surprised because it doesn't look like I'm using a teleprompter. There are a few things that I've learned in using a teleprompter that makes it look authentic. First of all, when you script it out, don't script it out perfectly. You know, when I speak normally, everything isn't 100% grammatically correct or anything of that sort. Sometimes I stumble, and that's just a part of my normal speech. I actually include that. Sometimes I include it in the script. Other times I mess up and I just kind of leave it in there if it's not too big of a mess up. So that's one of the things. The next thing that I do is I don't just keep staring directly into the teleprompter, because when you do that, it can look a little authentic. So sometimes, you know, when I am trying to sound as if I'm thinking about something, I would turn my head away from the screen and I would like look up, or I would laugh and turn away and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not 100% reading directly from the teleprompter, staring into it at all times. And I find that by doing that, it makes it look more natural. So that's basically a behind the scenes look at how I do it. I start here in Microsoft Word, I save it in Dropbox, I transfer it to my phone, and then I copy it into the Teleprompt +3 app, and I use that to connect to my iPad with the same app via Bluetooth, and then I just kind of go with it. Yeah, that's it. So what do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think this is a good way of doing it? Do you think it's authentic or not authentic? I would love to know your thoughts. Leave them in the comments below. I'm going to include links to the app that I use and also the teleprompters that I use, and you can feel free to check that out. That's going to be in the description below or above, depending on where you're watching this. So yeah, that's another behind the scenes view on my What I'm Doing Wednesdays. Tomorrow is tutorial Thursday. So stay tuned for whatever tutorial I'm doing. It's going to be interesting. Oh, I know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be showing you how to add closed captions to videos. So, you know, like when you're seeing this video, depending on how you're looking at it, you might see the closed captions at the bottom. How do I do that? I'm going to walk you through that process. That's it for this video. Like it, share it, subscribe, turn on notifications. If you're on Facebook, make sure to like the Become a Blogger Facebook page and add me to your See First list. This is Leslie Samuel here from becomeablogger.com, where we're changing the world one blog at a time. Sorry for bringing you all up in my face. But until next time, take care and God bless.